Welcome to Alkaline Electric Vegan, the Basics, a mini course designed by us for you. I would love to start by sharing my story and introducing myself. My name is Cree. For those of you who don't know me, I'm 26 years old. I am from a small town in Montana. That's where I was born and raised and went to university and graduated. And I am now a serial entrepreneur, an influencer, an educator. I'm health and wellness obsessed, and I'm a full-time traveler. I've been alkaline vegan for over 4 years now, and I'd love to share how that happened and kind of how that journey has looked for me along the way. So while I was in university, I was extremely unhappy and extremely unhealthy. I had an addiction to alcohol, I was into drugs, and I ate really horribly. Honestly, I survived off of like Hot Pockets and Cheez-Its from the gas station. It's not necessarily like something I love to talk about, but it is really important for you guys to understand where I came from, where I am now, and how the alkaline electric vegan lifestyle and diet has completely transformed my life. It's given me so much health and vibrancy. So let me back up a little bit. My senior year of university, I went to Costa Rica for a vacation during Christmas break, and I connected with my now boyfriend, and he, about a month prior to us connecting, he himself transformed into an alkaline vegan lifestyle. So he was just talking about it with so much passion, with so much excitement. He was absolutely ecstatic. He couldn't get a smile off his face. He just kept raving about how he had so much energy. He felt clear-headed. He didn't have any brain fog. He had so much just vibrancy for living and excitement for life that it was honestly contagious. And when I went back to Montana to finish my university degree, I decided I was going to do a 2-week cleanse. I was going to eat only strictly alkaline electric vegan, and I was going to quit drinking for 2 weeks and see how I felt. Just kind of a little detox. That's what I told myself in my mind, at least. So I got home. I tossed everything that wasn't alkaline vegan. I stocked up on all the goodies, filled my closet with them, not my closet, my cupboard and my fridge with them. And within 4 days of eating alkaline vegan, quitting drinking, and just really sticking to this lifestyle that we're going to go through in this mini course, it was like there was a fog in front of my face and it just lifted. It was like I could think clearly, I could see clearly. I felt like myself for the first time in my entire adult life. And that 2-week cleanse has now turned into a 4-year journey of health, wellness, mindfulness, mindset, manifestation, self-love, confidence, just so many things, all spurred from this one simple shift in what I was consuming. And honestly, this mini course is like my love child. It is something I've been wanting to create for such a long time. And I finally did it because I talked to so many of you about what it means to be alkaline electric vegan, how to do it, what it entails, and just all of the details that we're going to go over in this course. So I'm so excited that you're here. I'm so grateful that you are choosing to invest in yourself and in your health. You are truly going to see transformations that you didn't even know were possible. I do have to put this disclaimer in here for legal purposes. I'm not going to read through the whole thing, but essentially I, as the creator of this mini course, assume no responsibility or liability for any damages you may experience as a result of following this lifestyle and diet. Everything in here has been discovered through independent research and self-trial. It's what's worked for me and my friends and my family. I am not a doctor. I'm not an herbalist. I'm not a health professional by formal training. So I have to have that in there. But let's get into it. What is the alkaline diet? So there are a lot of different alkaline diets when you Google it, but we are going to be focusing on one in specific. But most people can agree that the alkaline diet is aimed to reduce mucus in the body, reduce inflammation, avoid cancer, and manage your weight. The alkaline diet that we are focused on is one popularized by the absolute man himself, Dr. Sebi. He's a self-taught herbalist, biochemist, and naturalist from Honduras. This specific alkaline diet is also referred to as the mucus-free diet or the African biomineral balanced diet. Dr. Sebi healed many incurable diseases such as cancer, HIV, lupus, diabetes, and so many more through herbs, cell foods, and then this specific diet that we are going to be going through. According to Dr. Sebi's teachings, mucus is the root cause of all disease. Wherever the body has a buildup of toxins and mucus accumulates, that's where disease forms. So that could be anywhere from your eyes, your lungs, your heart, your knees, your joints. The presence of starch and acidic foods, so animal products and animal byproducts, contribute heavily to this buildup of mucus. So this alkaline diet that we're following, it's not trying to raise the pH level of your blood, but it's rather trying to support the body's effort in maintaining an optimal pH level. So we're assisting our body in keeping our blood alkaline, which minimizes the amount of effort to keep us thriving. The standard Western diet is commonly acidic, which means that there's a constant pressure on your body to neutralize these acids that you're consuming. Over time, our bodies and our organs start to feel that stress, that constant pressure, and they begin to break down. This alkaline diet is designed to prevent and reverse this bodily stress and breakdown. But it's so much more than just a diet. I know I keep saying diet, but I want you to understand that it's about mindset, movement, lifestyle choices. It's designed to heal your body, your mind, and your soul. The first half of this mini course is actually going to focus on the lifestyle shifts, because I think that it's so important to recognize that this is a lifestyle, not a diet. The second half will focus actually on the food. So again, it's a lifestyle. I know that I just said that, but I want to stress this because diets are restrictions on food. This is not that. There are no restrictions here. This is just eating what's best for your health to live a vibrant and fulfilled life. It's about shifting your lifestyle to create a new normal, a normal of health, a normal of happiness. So you're not just avoiding toxic foods, but you're also avoiding toxic products and toxic environments. We really hope that this inspires you to help others transition to this lifestyle as well. This is not like a diet fad or a quick fix or a 6 weeks challenge. This is literally you changing the way you live and move through your life forever. So allow this to be your guide. I know that education about eating and being healthy can seem complex, overwhelming, a lot of misinformation. Learning how to cook and eat using ingredients that can be unusual or unconventional might be a little overwhelming, and we're so often rarely taught what to eat and how to nourish our bodies properly. So allow this mini course to be your first step, guiding you into the alkaline journey. The vision that we have for this mini course and this lifestyle that I'm leading is for you to follow Dr. Sebi's nutritional teachings easily without having to navigate this journey alone or blindly like I did. When I first switched, I had literally no idea what I was doing, how to do anything, what it all consisted of. And I've really accumulated all of this information within this mini course over the past 4 years. So you're getting a very condensed version of 4 years of transformation into one mini course that I hope really makes things simpler for you and just easy through sustainable mindset and health shifts. This lifestyle is truly accessible to anyone, and we hope that you'll begin to heal your physical, mental, and spiritual health. Food is our medicine, and it should be viewed as such. So you should find yourself with more mental clarity once you start making the shift. Your physical ailments can fade, chronic pain should disappear, and disease or sickness can cure naturally. My advice is quit cold turkey. So these photos on the right-hand side are not easy to share. The last one was, or the top one was just taken really recently. The bottom one is from when I was very deep in my alcohol addiction and partying phase. It's hard for me to see that photo because I don't recognize that woman, but I feel for her. I love her. I respect, she was doing the best she knew how, and now I know better, and now I can help you to know better as well. So don't transition. Don't say I'm gonna, just fit it in here and there. Maybe I'll like kind of taper in and out. No, just make the decision to be Alkaline Electric today and stick to it. Your past, that's my past right down there in the bottom right-hand corner. Your past doesn't define your future. You are in control of how you live, where you go from here, what you do. It's literally entirely up to you. And this mini course has all the tools. So please utilize it wisely. It starts with a shift in your mindset. It actually requires a shift in your mindset. Don't doubt your decision to make this shift, to make this change, to start living a healthier, happier, more fulfilled life. Strategies that you can start implementing right now for both immediate success and future success are, number one, write down why you want to do this. Actually write it down. Think about it. See, for me, I knew that I was worth so much more than just being an unhealthy, unhappy, overweight party girl who had an alcohol and drug problem. Like, I knew that that wasn't me in my core. I knew that that I was meant for more. I knew that I wasn't meant to be so unhappy and unhealthy. And that drove me. That why drove me. That's why it was so easy for me to just freaking quit cold turkey and go all in with this new lifestyle, because I knew I was ready for change. That might not be your why. There might be a different reason. You might be sick. You might have chronic pain. You might be tired all the time. You might just be ready to take your health to the next level. Whatever that reason is, it's perfect because it's your reason why. But make sure you write it down. Number two, have a growth mindset. See, a fixed mindset is where you're just like, this is who I am. This is what I know. I'm just like going through life like XYZ. Having a growth mindset is understanding that you don't know everything, that you're going through transformations, that you're going to change, you're going to evolve, you're going to learn new things, and just having that open mind to the infinite possibilities of the universe. Three kind of goes hand in hand with that. So become a student, study, train yourself, learn from people who have gone through what you want to go through, learn from people who are doing what you want to do. There is so much education out there, and it's up to you to take it and to learn. Number four, understand that not everybody in your life is going to understand or respect your decision to shift into an alkaline vegan lifestyle. That's okay. It's not up to them. It's up to you. And it's up to you to just be a shining light of example for those people. Five, probably the most important, be kind and patient with yourself. Yes, you're making the decision to be alkaline vegan today, right now. You've made that decision. And I'm so excited for you. I just can't wait to see what you experience. But it's going to be a massive transformation. It's going to be a change. It's going to be an evolution that takes place over time. So be kind and patient with yourself as you go through that. Morning routines. This changed my life. So you want to start your day right and set the tone. The most important thing, if you take nothing else away from this morning routine slide, is no phone for at least 30 minutes. And I mean, no phone. I mean, get a different way to have an alarm, no checking how many messages, no like just peeking, no like seeing how many emails you have, no phone, literally none. This is for your mental health and for your physical health. No phone. Okay. That's very important. Number two, drink a big glass of water. You want to start hydrating yourself first thing. You just went all night without drinking water, so you're probably dehydrated. No tap water unless you have a well. You want to make sure you're drinking mineral, spring, or alkaline. Drink tea before you eat anything else. There is a list of teas in the nutritional guide. And incorporate some kind of movement into your morning, meditation, silence, journaling, gratitude, self-love. We're going to get into all of those a little bit deeper right now. Water and tea. Water is the literal elixir of life. It brings oxygen to the rest of your body. And it's so important that you are not drinking tap water. Tap water is loaded with chemicals, toxins, fluorides, hormones, everything that is not beneficial to your health. So make sure that you are getting yourself good water. Tea is a really great way to incorporate minerals into your life. People often worry when they switch to a plant-based diet, how am I going to get enough protein? How am I going to, get enough X, Y, and Z? And it's really mostly important that you're focusing on getting enough minerals into your body. And a great way to incorporate minerals into your body is through drinking teas. So some of my personal favorites are burdock root, sarsaparilla, elderberry, and raspberry leaf. If you have really bad period cramps, ladies, write that down. Raspberry leaf will change the game on your cramps. Movement. Move your body. You got to move your body every single day. It's such a vital part of health, happiness, physical, emotion. Like, have that movement. See, when we move our bodies, we release endorphins, and endorphins help us feel good. Benefits of movement: combats anxiety and depression. It reduces stress. It helps weight loss. It's good for bone and muscle health, improves your skin's health, helps you relax, improves your sleep, also gives you more energy when you're awake, increases blood flow, improves digestion, helps with brain health and memory. And the best part is it doesn't matter how intense it is. Your body and your mind are going to benefit from any level of movement. If you already have a workout routine that works for you, stick to it. We're not trying to change that. But if you don't have a movement routine, start with something simple, maybe yoga, some walking, some gentle stretching, hiking. You can go to the gym if you want to start doing that. Anything that moves your body and gets your heart rate up. What I do personally is actually free YouTube videos. So my two favorite YouTube channels for mindful movement are one, Boho Beautiful. She has yoga classes, Pilates classes, meditations. And then the other one is Pamela Reif, and she has more Pilates focused calisthenics classes as well as dance workouts, which we love a good dance party. Meditation. Meditation is really just sitting in silence for about 5 or more minutes every day. If you've never tried meditation before, it's really simple. I want you to just find somewhere quiet where you can be undisturbed, sit or lay in a comfortable position. And I want you to close your eyes. Let's practice right now. I want you to close your eyes and I want you to focus on your breath. I want you to count in your mind as you're inhaling through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then as you exhale through your nose, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Every time a thought comes to your mind, I want you to acknowledge it and then let it go and come back to focusing on your breath. That's it. Meditation is simple, and there are so many beautiful free guided meditations on YouTube. I personally recommend at least once a day setting a timer on your phone for minimum 5 minutes and just sitting in complete silence and doing that breath exercise that we just did. Meditation allows us to come back to our intentions. It allows us to connect with ourselves and only ourselves, free from any outside distraction. This strengthens our self-awareness. And when we are self-aware, we're able to stay in line with our intentions and the things we desire most, which if you're here, that's probably health, happiness, and massive life transformation. Journaling is something else I would really recommend incorporating in your morning routine. You should keep a journal of your mood, your energy levels, aches, pains, sickness, anything that you hope this diet and lifestyle is going to improve, your mindset, your emotions. I'd recommend honestly starting today before you've even begun eating and living alkaline. Write down the state that your body and mind is in right now, and then update it as often as you like. I would recommend doing it, 5 to 10 minutes every single day. This is going to give you this really amazing track record of how quickly your physical and mental health can change when you're living in an alkaline way. Gratitude. Having a gratitude practice is one of the keys to happiness. I believe this so deeply in my heart and my soul. It's simple. It can be done in 5 minutes a day. Each morning when you wake up, I want you to write down 3 things that you are grateful for in the format, I am grateful for blank. I'm grateful for blank. And this doesn't have to be big or massive. It can literally be, I'm grateful for my ability to see. I'm grateful for my beautiful body that carries me through every single day. I'm grateful that I have access to clean drinking water. I'm grateful that there's food in the fridge. Like, I'm grateful I can walk. It's the words are important, yes, but you have to feel them with an emotion. So when you're writing them down, practice saying them out loud and like really feeling like, holy, I'm so grateful I can walk. Like, I truly am so grateful that I have the ability to see, to have 2 thumbs. There's so much to be grateful for. And when you start shifting your perspective to everything you already have, it really takes away all that desire and want for more. Self-love. Okay, I know that this only has 1 slide, and this could and is, an entire course in and of itself. So if self-love or gratitude or any of the things that we've been going over in this mini course, if you want to dive deeper into them, get in touch with me. I have other further resources that expand on all of these topics. This is really just a mini course of the overarching theme of living an alkaline lifestyle. But self-love is just so near and dear to my heart that I absolutely I have to have it in here, and I could just talk about it forever. So bear with me. This looks different for every human. It's just as important to take care of your mental health as your physical health. After all, they are connected. So some ways to practice self-love are just do one thing that you personally love to do every single day. And it's just whatever lights your soul on fire, whatever fills your heart with love. Do one of those things every single day. This means maybe just going on a walk, petting your dog, calling a friend or a family member, just going outside and sitting in silence, drinking tea, like journaling. It's these simple things that you love, and that's different for everyone. Another way to practice self-love is affirmations. If you've never done affirmations, this really changed the way I thought about myself and my self-worth. An affirmation is an I am statement. I like to do them in the mirror. So you look in the mirror and you say, I am beautiful. I am strong. I am worthy. I am enough. Those are just a couple. Obviously, you can literally say anything. You want to avoid negative affirmations. Obviously, stick to the positive ones. And if you've never done this before, it might feel kind of weird and icky. It might feel like you're even lying. But I promise you, the more you do them, the more you will believe them, and you will slowly change how much you love yourself. Because the key to self-love is really acceptance. It's accepting yourself for who you are in this exact moment. Yes, it is so important to strive to be better every single day, but you must accept yourself right where you're at, and you have to forgive yourself for everything you've done in the past that harmed either you or harmed other people. You just have to, the past it's a story you tell yourself in your mind. It's not even real. And so you can't live there. You have to accept who you are today, forgive yourself for everything you've gone through, and have patience. You have to fall in love with this process. You have to fall in love with this journey. You cannot attach your happiness to, I'll be happy when X, Y, and Z happens. You have to attach your happiness to the process and the journey and the step-by-step that it takes to get wherever you want to go. If you're trying to get healthy, if you want to eat alkaline, your happiness doesn't lie in living an alkaline lifestyle. Your happiness lies in becoming the version of yourself who treats yourself with so much love and respect that you eat alkaline and live alkaline. Some other daily habits that you should incorporate into your life: keep your phone on airplane mode when you sleep, turn your Wi-Fi off when you aren't actively using it and while you sleep. This is going to raise your vibration. It clears out unnecessary noise and non-human frequencies. It allows for a more restful and undisturbed sleep to aid in your healing journey. Limit your screen time, get blue light glasses if you spend a lot of time on the screen. Stop consuming so much negative media. This is so big. The mainstream media focuses so much on just like negativity. And there's actually so much amazing positive things happening in the world that our mainstream media doesn't focus on. So I come up a lot with this where people are saying, yeah, but I have to be informed. I have to know what's going on. And of course, I'm not saying not to be informed. I'm not saying to live under a rock. I'm just saying limit the amount of negative media you're consuming and try to focus on incorporating more positive, uplifting media. Cut off toxic relationships. This, again, could be an entire course in and of itself. And if it's something you're really struggling with, please reach out to me. I do have some resources that I can share with you, but toxic relationships, whether friendships, family, romantic, it doesn't matter. It's got to be cut off. There's no room for toxicity in an alkaline lifestyle. Don't gossip. I used to be a huge gossip, and I have no problem admitting that, but it is so low vibe. It is absolutely such a waste of time. It literally lowers your energetic frequency. It's just not what we're meant to be doing. It's, if you are realizing right now, oh wait, maybe I'm a gossip too, maybe the people I surround myself with are gossips, just learn to change the conversation. Talk about dreams, goals, aspirations, talk about health, talk about wellness, talk about this mini course and what you're learning in it, but don't gossip. And go out into nature and breathe. We have to just spend more time outside. It's what we're meant to do. Even if you live in the city, just go outside and walk around the block, get some fresh air, open a window if you can, if it's not too cold. Friends and family, it's very important that you share your decision with those closest to you. You need to let them know that you're trying something new and that your eating and drinking habits have changed. And be really clear that you want their support. But if they don't give you their support, That's okay. This is your decision and your decision alone. It's not up to anyone, whether it's your best friend, your parents, your partner. If you want to change your life, be alkaline, live alkaline, that's up to you. But it's definitely important that you share it with them so they know what's going on, so you can kind of avoid like awkward situations later on. Okay, now let's get into the food side of things. I love eating so much, so I really love talking about this. First, you're going to want to toss the garbage. So get rid of any foods that are not on the nutritional guide. If it's not around, it can't tempt you. Then use the nutritional guide, which I'll be sharing with you in a moment, to fill your cupboards and fridge with mineral-rich foods. These are going to be non-GMO, organic, and plant-based, of course. Read labels. If you're buying something that's not like fruits or veggies, if you're buying something that's processed, you're going to want to read the ingredient label, not like the nutrition facts, the actual ingredients. And a great rule of thumb I have is that if you don't know what the ingredient is, if you don't even know what the word is, definitely don't buy it and definitely don't eat it. Just in general, try to stay away from processed foods. They have so much preservatives, colorings, fillers, and chemicals. It's just really not great for your body. Now, I need to put this in here because it is very important to me, but I have to, again, have that disclaimer and say I'm not a doctor. I cannot and am not telling you to stop taking your medications. But what I am telling you is that I cannot guarantee that you will have a completely, life-changing transformation when switching to an alkaline lifestyle if you are still taking synthetic medications, because synthetic medications obviously alter your inner body and your mind and your gut so much. And this does include synthetic birth control. So if that's something you want to talk to me more about, please don't hesitate, reach out. Another thing you want to get rid of is toxic products. So toxic cleaning supplies. You want to make sure you're using organic, non-toxic cleaning supplies and organic, non-toxic beauty products. So this is going to be your hair care, your skin care, your lotion. Anything you're putting on your skin gets absorbed into your bloodstream in 26 seconds. So this diet and lifestyle, that's why I really call it a lifestyle. It's not just about what you eat and what you're consuming, but it's about what you're literally putting on your body, what you're putting in your mind. It's about everything. And then household items, so deodorant, toothpaste, air fresheners, like these little things you might not be realizing that are like filled with chemicals and are really affecting your physical health and your mental health. Water, again, yes, water gets 2 slides because water is the elixir of life. You also want to make sure you're cooking with it. That's why we have the second slide, because if you're cooking with tap water, you're consuming tap water. So spraying alkaline water, again, it provides that oxygen to the mind and the body. You want to be drinking 1 gallon a day. I know that might be a lot more than what you're drinking right now, but I promise you're really going to see such a massive improvement in your digestion. Your skin will start to glow. You'll start feeling so much better when you're actually hydrated. Something I would recommend doing is looking for a natural spring local to you. So you can literally Google like natural spring near me. You can get big glass bottles on Amazon, or you can get like those blue ones. Just make sure that they are BPA free and go and fill like 2-3 bottles with natural spring water. You will be shook by how much your like mental clarity and your health just starts to feel so much better when you switch to drinking and cooking with good water. Now, if you don't have access to a natural spring, which at the moment of recording this, I'm actually in Hawaii and I cannot find a natural spring here. I've looked, I cannot find it. Find an alkaline water machine filler, not a purified water filler. Purified water is not good. You want alkaline water. Something that's not necessarily super eco-friendly or like economical is to get glass bottles of spring water, but I'm really stressing here, like, it's worth the investment in the water because your health is worth the investment, and water is so crucial to, high vibrational health. Okay, kitchen adjustments, because you are going to have to get comfortable in the kitchen. So, be prepared with the proper equipment. It's going to save you on time and it's going to really ease you into it. And I want you guys to understand that I didn't know how to cook at all going into this, like at all. I told you I survived the Hot Pockets. All you do is microwave those. So things you're going to need are a blender or a food processor. If you don't have one, you can literally get them like at a thrift store, or you can order them on Amazon for like 15 bucks. They're super cheap. Sharp knives, spatula, parchment paper, bamboo cutting boards, not plastic cutting boards. When you chop on plastic, it like leaves microplastic and you don't want to be eating that. A lime juicer. Maybe the lime juicer is not essential, but I love citrus. I love limes, so it's essential to me. Don't feel like you need to get everything all at once. You can invest as you see fit. Just understand that they will save you time. So when you're cooking and baking, you want to cook and bake in cast iron, steel, enameled pots and pans, stone, glass. Anything else needs to be lined with non-bleached organic parchment paper. You want to stay away from Teflon, nonstick, and aluminum. It's detrimental to your health when it's heated at high temperatures. This is also tinfoil. Stay away from tinfoil. And do not use the microwave. The microwave kills your food because food is electrical. That's why it's literally called the Alkaline Electric Vegan Diet. And then the microwave short circuits that electricity. So when you're reheating leftovers, use the stovetop, the oven, the toaster oven. I know it might take like 3 minutes longer, but I promise you, your health is worth the wait. Nothing goes to waste. This is one of my biggest pet peeves, is when people are wasting food. It's such a first world thing. Eat your leftovers within 3 to 7 days. Obviously, this food doesn't have preservatives or chemicals, so it's not going to last as long as maybe something that does. Be creative with your leftovers. Like, this is a chance for you to play with flavors, learn what goes well together, save, freeze your veggie scraps. When you have veggie scraps, it's like the end of onions, or if you're like cutting off the end of zucchini or a pepper, stuff like that, just freeze it in the freezer. And then when you want to make something like a soup or a broth, you're going to pull out some of those veggie scraps. You're going to put them in a big pot of water, with good water, right? And with some spices and some salt, you're going to bring it to a boil, reduce to a simmer for about an hour, and then you're going to strain out the scraps, and that liquid you're left with is a homemade veggie broth. Also, buy in bulk. So most health food stores have a bulk section. This is going to save you money. It's going to cut back on single-use plastics, and it's going to allow you to get the exact amount of something you need. So save your empty glass jars from things like nut butters, tomato sauces, oils. Wash them and then use them over and over whenever you're buying in bulk. Prep. If you live a full life, like most of us do, you're going to need to prep. So wash your fruits, veggies, and lettuce immediately upon unpacking from the grocery store. Prepare dressings, sauces, and dips in a batch that will last you an entire week. Make larger meals so you have leftovers for lunch. Leave your house prepared with snacks. Having food that you can eat when you're on the go will set you up for success. Fasting. I personally love fasting, so I love talking about this. I do want to say, if you are recovering from an eating disorder, I do not recommend fasting. So you can just, take this as it is and then move on to the other parts. It is not required. It's just something that I've personally found success with. I love it, and I want to share it with you guys because it is very beneficial. So intermittent fasting is eating for a certain amount of hours and fasting for the rest. So you choose an 8 to 10 hour block of time, whatever works with your schedule, to have your meals. This could be maybe 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., 12:30 p.m. to 8:30. You choose. During that time, you're going to consume all your meals and snacks while you're going to fast for the remaining areas. So hours. So during this fasting period, you're only drinking water and teas. Like I said, have found personal success with intermittent fasting, and research shows that it can actually benefit your health in a lot of ways. It promotes longevity, referred to as anti-aging. It lowers cholesterol, keeps cells resilient. It boosts brain health, improves memory, eases depression, and helps with weight loss and management. Now, fasting is juice cleanses, herbal fasts, water fasts, also shown to be beneficial for the body and the digestive system. Fasting essentially gives your body a rest from the constant digestion and processing of food. So this allows your body to break down, recycle, and get rid of old, dead cell matter. You can literally feel that, like when you're fasting. It's pretty incredible. Fasting basically means you're only consuming either cold pressed organic fresh juices, obviously free from sugar, preservatives, chemicals, and fillers, or organic herbal teas from the nutritional guide, or solely spring and alkaline water. This is for an extended period of time, so 24 hours or longer. Again, I want to say this: if you are recovering from an eating disorder, just know that you are so worthy of eating delicious foods and having a beautifully nourished body. I do not recommend fasting, and I just absolutely applaud you in your recovery from this eating disorder, because you are worth so much more than that. So here's the nutritional guide itself. These are the Dr. Sebi approved vegetables. I'm not going to go through them all because why would I? But these are the veggies you're going to stick to, and these are the fruits you're going to stick to. With fruits and veggies, no canned fruits and veggies, and no seedless fruits and veggies. Let me explain the seedless thing. Take a lime, for example. Okay, when you have a lime, how's that lime going to reproduce? You cut the lime open, there's seeds. That seed is going to sprout. You're going to plant it in the ground. It's going to grow another tree, more limes. If that lime doesn't have any seeds, how would it reproduce? It wouldn't. That means it's been modified. And whenever something has been modified, there's the presence of starch. And starch, what do we know about starch? Starch causes a mucus buildup. And what do we know about mucus? Mucus is the root cause of all disease. Obviously, there will be times in your life where you need to eat canned fruit, seedless fruit. Just make sure it's organic. Make sure if it's canned, it's BPA free. It doesn't have any preservatives or fillers or anything weird in it. And grains, nuts, and seeds. You will notice that within the grains, there is no regular rice or brown rice. Stay away from that. It's very hard for your body to digest. It's filled with cyanide and arsenic, which is pretty insane. I didn't know that. And there's also no soy, which means no tofu products. So you're not going to want to eat any of that like vegan, like meats. It's just, that's like processed trash and it's so bad for you. So stick to these grains, nuts, and seeds. And activate your grains, nuts, and seeds. Activating means that you're soaking them for 8 to 12 hours, usually overnight, in alkaline or spring water with a dash of sea salt. Because nuts, seeds, and grains contain natural chemicals that make it difficult for our bodies to absorb all the nutrients without activation. They have small amounts of phytic acid, which prevents the nut from sprouting prematurely and stores nutrients, but we as humans can't break down the phytic acid. They also contain enzyme inhibitors, which bind to our enzymes, decreasing or blocking their actions, causing our body to work overtime in absorbing and digesting them. So essentially, if you eat grains, nuts, and seeds that aren't activated, you're going to get a tummy ache, and you're also not going to get the nutrients that you could be getting if you activated them, because activating them starts the germination process, breaks down the phytic acid and the enzyme inhibitors, which makes it easier for us to digest and absorb. Some studies even show nutritional value increasing while soaking. After you soak them, you can always dehydrate them in a dehydrator or in an oven at a really low temperature, or even in the sun. This is going to give them their crunch back without killing the nutrients. If you're soaking something like chickpeas or wild rice, though, you can just cook them after you rinse them. Just don't cook them in the water that you soak them in. Oils. I love oils. Oils are so good and they have such a bad rep, I feel like. But these are the only oils that you want to stick to. So coconut oil, don't cook with it. Olive oil, don't cook with it. The others you can. And when you're prepping salads, or not salads, salad dressing, sauces, meals, you can always substitute different oils. I know that when I first started, I thought like, oh my gosh, this recipe calls for avocado. I don't have it. You can use sesame. Like it'll just change the taste a little bit, but it's totally fine to do that. Just make sure you're not cooking with coconut or olive. And stay away from oils that aren't listed here or listed above, because they cause mucus and plaque buildup and are not good for your body or your cells. Spices. You guys know the secret is in the sauces. When you're cooking, it's the sauces, and within the sauces, the spices. So this is probably the most important thing to know. Play around with them. Like, don't be afraid to mix and match. Just taste things, understand like, okay, what is this? This goes with that. And it's okay if you make mistakes. Like, you're only going to learn from making mistakes, but you have to start playing around with different flavors. One thing I will note is that I put maple syrup on here. It is not on the guide, but I do personally use it. Just make sure if you do get a maple syrup that it's not extracted from the tree using formaldehyde. That is obviously extremely detrimental to your health. Make sure it's organic, grade A, that kind of stuff. And the teas, yay! I feel that these teas are one of the most important things to the alkaline diet aspect. You want to make sure that you are drinking a cup of tea every single morning. Burdock is probably like the superpower one that I would recommend the most. Here is the entire nutritional guide all in one place. Feel free to screenshot it. This is literally the exact one that I screenshotted and would take with me to the store before I memorized it and like check while I was like getting stuff to see what it was. You can also find it at drsebicellfood.com. Food swaps. So switching up your entire diet might seem overwhelming, especially when you're cooking, like used to cooking with veggies like carrots, broccoli, celery, potatoes, garlic. Obviously, none of those are on the nutritional guide. So a question I often get is like, how can I survive without like X, Y, and Z? So we really want to make this switch easy and seamless for you. So we made a food swap list. You will hear me say this a million times, but you do not have to change the menu. You just change the ingredients. So here's the food swaps. Feel free to screenshot it. It's going to help you a lot when, you're like, oh, I really want this. Okay, well, how can I do this in the alkaline way? Snacks. Snacks. Take it from me. I'm a professional snacker. Snacks are crucial to your success. You have to leave home with alkaline snacks, whether that's fresh or dried fruit, activated nuts and seeds, alkaline cookies, muffins, bars. You just don't want to be out and about and be tempted by non-alkaline garbage. It's not good for you. It's not good for your mind. It's not good for your body. It's not good for your soul. And my most traditional snack foods are highly processed. So obviously this mini course doesn't have any recipes. That is a course in and of itself. But I did want to share with you guys where I started, how I started, because I think that that's a great place for you to start as well on your journey to cooking and eating alkaline. So the first place I went ever is Ty's Conscious Kitchen. He has a website and he has a YouTube channel. It's where I learned all the basics. He's got really simple, accessible recipes, walks you through it, and they're honestly delicious. Crush Foster is another incredible alkaline chef and beyond vegan. He has multiple cookbooks and you can find him on Instagram. And then Instagram in general is such a great tool. It's such a great resource. There are so many different alkaline Instagrammers who have so many different recipes for free on there. Some of them have recipe books. So if you ever find an alkaline person on Instagram and you're curious about whether or not I've tried their books and if it's worth it, just send me a message. I love to chat about it. All things alkaline. Alkaline is literally, it changed my life, and that's why I'm here sharing it with you. So let's put it all into action. Get your mindset right. Get your mindset right. 90% of this is going to be mindset because it's going to be super different than what you're used to. Get that morning routine. Figure out your why. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Nobody else. Write it down. Quit cold turkey. The transition thing, it just doesn't work. It's not sustainable. You really want to give your body a chance to fully feel what it feels like to nourish yourself with only alkaline foods, drinks, and really cut out those acidic things, especially like alcohol and, processed sugar, stuff that you're consuming very regularly. Get your kitchen ready. Stock up on all the alkaline ingredients and start chefing it up, start playing around, start getting in the kitchen and getting comfortable, and really do start with Ty's Conscious Kitchen. He has such easy, accessible, short recipes. Don't give me the excuse that you don't have time, because you have time for what you make a priority. And if your health, wellness, and your happiness is a priority, you'll make it a priority to start cooking and eating alkaline. Keep a journal throughout this entire process. I promise you it will be so worth it in just a month, but in 6 months, in a year, in 2 years, 4 years later, I am looking back at these journals and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is incredible. This is what I was going through. This is what I was experiencing. It's such a beautiful way to document your own process and journey, and really just be patient, fall in love with the process, fall in love with yourself, understand that change happens in an instant. You decide to be alkaline electric today, you make that choice, you stick to that choice, but the evolution and the journey is what matters. And like I said before, don't attach your happiness to a specific thing, place, or outcome. Your happiness is the process. Your happiness is the journey. Your happiness is waking up in the morning and realizing how much you already have to be grateful for. So thank you so much for coming to our Alkaline Electric Vegan, the Basics mini course. If you loved this, please recommend it to a friend. It would mean the world to us. Give us a shout out on Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok. And if you want more, if you're like, that's it, we just scratched the surface, I feel like I'm just getting a taste, get in touch with me specifically on Instagram. Send me a DM. My Instagram is @CocoCree, coco.cree. I have one-on-one coaching and mentorship courses, and I love helping people achieve their highest potential. Like if health, wellness, and happiness is of the utmost importance to you, and you want to dive deeper into mindset, self-love, confidence, the cooking aspect, if there's just, you want more, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'm always excited to talk about this. And I really just can't wait to see what you accomplish and who you become through this transformation, because if you're watching this right now, I promise you it's for a reason. It's because you know that you're worthy of so much more. It's because you know that your health and your wellness is the most important thing in your life. I mean, health is true wealth. So please let me know what you thought. Send me a message, share this with a friend, and I will see you guys very, very soon. Hopefully on Instagram or elsewhere. Anyway, much love. Ciao.